Yes. So one more thing for me is a reminder that starting with the next leadership team meetings, that we're going to start rotating, having members of our teams come and present just for a few minutes on their day-to-day and take some questions. I'm super excited about this and appreciate everyone else seeming to be very excited about this. But yeah, from time to time, we will have our direct reports, kind of that next level of leadership, come and present. And I think it's really important for their development. But also, a lot of us have members of our team that, are honestly subject matter experts in what they do, but they don't get as much contact with members of the other leadership team. And for them, it can be really, at times, even like career moments to hear kudos on what they feel like is routine day to day. But also for us to understand what a lot of our employees do that really matters and has an impact to the organization. So we'll rotate. So I have a member of our people team who's a coordinator that's going to talk about benefits and some of the things with open enrollment that happen that lead to those last minute scrambles, and some of what we've done to help put FAQ documents together to help really employees across the organization understand what they're doing with open enrollment. And so she's just going to talk she has it ready like 4 to 5 minutes and then answer questions. We're also going to have a member from the IT team who is from our tech support that's going to talk about how they handled a challenging customer call and how they kind of approach those. And I say they are like one-person marketing teams sometimes. And so how they do that, and you can ask questions. And so we're going to start rotating that around. So with that, think about who you may want to have from your team, but some of the things that are important. Like for my team member at first was super nervous, and I wanted to make sure this wasn't something that she was going to really, really be stressed about. But she said, like, I've never presented to people like this. I don't know why they'd want to hear from me. And I'd said, like, a lot of times there's so many layers that these communications go through. So come and present to the senior leadership so they get a sense of the work that you do that's super important. And same with members of our tech team that are talking to our customers. It's incredible market research. And so a lot of times we may not have a sense of what they do day to day. So for my team member, so she's putting it together. So we walked through her PowerPoint, how to make it impactful, kind of not just write out what she's going to say, but how you think about just having some words on a page to give direction, but so people look at you. And so I'm practicing with her. I know our head of IT, thank you, is doing that as well with their team member. So just a reminder that a lot of this for your team members, they may not have the experience of presenting. So there's ways you can do that within your own team, sharing the floor in your team meetings for team members to present on their individual work can help them get comfortable in that before they're going to present to our team, which shouldn't, but may feel really intimidating to some employees. The flip side, which is my ask for each of you all, is if you remember what that's like long ago for some of you all, short of you for some of you all, what that was like presenting to leadership and how you might have felt really nervous. And so for us, making sure it's a supportive environment. So like for my team member, open enrollment, I understand it's a tough process. It's tough on all sides. And so she's going to be talking about things that we've tried to do to make it better. And so just showing that support and asking questions, but just being mindful of how we ask questions, especially as leaders, they may feel nervous. So I'll give the caveat before the meeting that if there's any questions, we can always come back and we'll follow up. We will send an email or whatever we need or have them come back to a meeting. But just what that felt like when you were early on in your careers and making a presentation to leadership. And again, we are all very normal people, but it can feel really daunting. So just remember that as our team members who this may be a big development step, but I think it's going to be really interesting for them, but also for us to get insight into what some of these other teams do. That again, for my team, I'm like, oh, we live and breathe benefits. But I know not everybody understands the ins and outs. And I think that's true for all the functions. So we are going to start doing that. Super appreciate it. Thank you all. And again, think about who that might be. And as I get my team member ready, I'm happy to talk to anybody else about kind of some of the steps we did. Again, just to spend some of that time so that when they come, that they feel ready and that they feel like they have the floor. So thank you. What's that? Thank you. Life is too short to be boring. So yes, these are my leadership team meeting earrings. Thanks, y'all.